You've probably seen the headlines, a $2,000 tariff dividend check coming to many Americans under a current promise from President Trump. Sounds great, another stimulus check. But here's the question, is it real? Are we really going to get another free money check from the government, or is it just another campaign promise? I'm Noel Lorenzana. I'm going to walk you through what we know so far and what's still uncertain and hopefully answer all your questions. Let's dive in. In recent speeches and interviews, President Donald Trump has promised American households up to $2,000 per year funded by new tariffs on foreign imported goods. He's calling it a tariff dividend, a way to return money back to American citizens while protecting U.S. industries. The idea goes like this. The new tariffs imposed on foreign imports, they're going to use that revenue to fund direct cash payments to Americans, potentially up to $2,000 each. Now, to be clear, not everyone would get a check. Reports suggest the plan would exclude higher income earners. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent has floated an income cutoff for families making around $100,000 per year or less. But nothing has been officially confirmed. So for now, all we really know is that it's being positioned as a benefit for low to middle income Americans. It's being described more like a universal dividend or a rebate rather than a traditional tax credit. Think of it like a cashback reward. The government collects money through tariffs and then sends some of it back to you. My guess is that you'd need to file a tax return and that it would be based on your 2025 tax return that you'll file in early 2026. If you're a senior who doesn't need to file a tax return, you'll likely be okay and would still get the tariff dividend check. Now, the IRS won't be sending you a check in the mail anymore. They've moved to direct deposit and electronic payments. So just keep that in mind. Question: what is the Trump tariff dividend? Just as a reminder, in early 2025, President Trump reinstated and expanded a series of tariffs on foreign imports. These tariffs were designed to protect American industries and reduce reliance on cheap overseas manufacturing. But here's the thing most people don't realize. Tariffs are taxes, and they're not paid by foreign manufacturers. They're paid by American importers, companies that bring foreign goods into the United States. Those companies typically absorb some of the added costs, then pass the rest down the line to distributors, retailers, and eventually consumers like you and me. So when you hear about tariffs bringing in billions of dollars, and they are, just know that the money came from Americans and American-based companies. Unlike pandemic-era stimulus checks, which were passed by Congress and rolled out quickly, this proposal doesn't yet have a legislative path. But hopefully that's being worked on. And like other stimulus checks in the past, these are likely not going to be taxable. So stay tuned and be sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any important updates. Question: will you really get a $2,000 check? Right now, it's a political promise. There's no legislation, no signed executive order. Trump has suggested the timeline would be in 2026, likely before the midterm elections. So to me, that suggests the timing would coincide with the filing of your 2025 tax return. So be sure you get that filed on time and that you're caught up with all your other tax filings. And even if the plan does move forward, there's still a major wild card, the Supreme Court. We're still waiting to hear the Supreme Court ruling on whether Trump's tariffs, including those that would fund this dividend, are constitutional. The case questions whether a president can impose sweeping tariffs without congressional approval. Prediction market Polymarket has it at about 30% that the Supreme Court would rule in favor of the Trump tariffs. If the court rules against it, the funding mechanism disappears, and likely the tariff dividend checks as well. Could this backfire economically? Even if the checks are issued, there's a larger economic concern here, and that is inflation. Tariffs raise the cost of imported goods. That price increase filters through the supply chain, raising costs for businesses and consumers. If households suddenly receive $2,000 in new spending power, goods naturally will get more expensive. And remember, inflation is a hidden tax. It eats away at your purchasing power quietly and steadily. So in effect, you could be getting a check on the one hand while paying more at the store for stuff you need with the other. Now, is the tariff dividend a good idea? At first glance, a 2,000 check sounds great, especially in today's economy, but when you look closer, this tariff dividend isn't free money. It's money the government collects by raising prices on the goods you buy, then sends a portion of it back to you. Some will see that as fair, others see it as a circular funding scheme. And with the Supreme Court case pending and the low poly market odds, you probably shouldn't bank on the money just yet. Right now, it's a political promise, not a past policy, and a lot can change. But now at least you know the facts. Personally, I'm hopeful that we do get $2,000 tariff checks. We all can use a little extra cash right about now. But let me know what you think about the tariff dividend checks. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.